So how did you do and how, like those things? So if you share your experience, that's going to be extremely beneficial for all the students, right? So yes, Mirash.
All right, sir. So my ERPM prep began at 2023. That's roughly my final year in uni, and I was very grateful to start pediatrics with sir because a friend suggested uh, pediatrics that way, and I started with theory. So everyone who has done sir's theory will know that it's very complete. It's great, and even in uni also in the pediatric cycle, it was a very good experience. But for any of y'all who are now close to the exam, y'all are really worried. There's only like to pass pediatrics. There are only two words I can recommend. That's SBA tricks. It's a tailor-made it's a tailor-made thing for the exam because the SPAs are really how you're going to score, right? Because the MCQs have all these very intricate points, and if your theory is great, you can answer some of the MCQs, but the things that are minus marks there as well. But that SPA mark is a guaranteed mark for y'all. And if you have watched that course, when you do your exam paper, you'll realize that at least in my paper, all the questions were exactly discussed as they were in that. So it was basically a question that sir has discussed, that you know the theory of the other reasons, he has already told you why it's not the others, and you get the exact same question for the paper. So for me personally, I found the pediatric, it was the first paper I started with. I was so grateful because for my exam, the first theory exam I had was pediatrics, and the first Viva exam that I had was pediatrics. So it was a great start to the exam, to be honest. And sir was very confident. Like he instills this like confidence in you. Like when I told you about the exam, he's like, "Don't worry, you'll do well." But I was like, "No, I'll wait till the exams over to really confirm." But yeah, especially for you all who feel like okay, you all don't have time to watch the theory and the exams 2 months away. By the way, that's really great that you'll have it in July. 2 months, you can do a lot in 2 months, and you can watch the SBA Tricks program. But what I recommend is even after you finish that, to sort of like try, if you can, try to cover up any weak theory areas with Sir's theory, because Sir's Viva course is phenomenal. You'll really see the how good you'll become in pediatrics then, because Sir has this every day in the morning almost. He has these discussions, and you get a chance to present long cases, and you also have the practicals for the emergency. Then for the short cases, long cases, so it really you become as smooth as butter. And honestly, for the Vivas for me for pediatrics, it was the best exam for me by far because I knew I was passing that exam when I went there. Because all the examiners, they asked, they were like, "Oh, what's your university? What's your school?" And they were very pleased, like with the answers. I knew, and you get comfortable because you see how Sir deals with the kids. You see how you get really comfortable handling them, and I think that also plays a role in the exam. But now you're doing the theory first, so one step at a time. So personally, for me, I started Sir's theory, and I was very grateful to that. It was very concise, and I felt confident about pediatrics. And actually, if you feel good about a subject in the classes, Sir is going to make you feel even better. Like he's very encouraging. And my entire advice is don't hide. Like if you all feel like you all don't know something, ask. And if you all know something, showcase your knowledge when possible, because ultimately you won't feel confident about what you know. And there is absolutely nothing wrong in making a mistake, because in class the worst thing that can happen is you make a big mistake, and maybe one or two people will judge you, but that's it. It's better than making the mistake or at the exam or at a Viva, because there is no coming back from that. And the worst thing is don't make it's better than making it with a patient, because if your mistake here will okay, you'll only feel maybe a bit guilty that you made such a silly mistake, but it's you learn from it. Because honestly, if anyone has seen me at the classes, I think I talk a lot in the classes, and I think I made plenty of mistakes as well. But I'm very grateful that Sir corrects them then and there, and especially when you have your live paper discussions. If there is a SBA or MCQ that you don't understand, ask then and there, because your mistake could help so many people as well. And remember that there is no reason to be really selfish in this exam, because everyone's doing this together. So you can tell your friends also about the right way to pass the exam. And y'all can. It's pediatrics is actually very very easy, as sir always says, because the SBAs are a copy paste of the class, so you can really score with that about 22, 23. I mean, if you're exceptional, go for 25. I mean, good for y'all. The MCQs, it's all about learning to like what you're sure of, you mark it. And if you're not sure about it, don't worry about not marking that, because it's better than to keep the marks you have than to lose a mark that you're going to earn, because the minus mark system is all about figuring that out. Personally, for me, my pediatrics whole process in this ERPM exam has been great. I'm very grateful to sir. I think I tell that to sir many, many times as well, because he's really positive and he always makes you, he says that you can do it. He tells that the exam is easy, it's doable. And I know it's hard for some of you all to imagine because you all have not done it yet. But when you do it, you actually realize how true those words are. Basically, what I'm telling is for everyone to do the SBA Tricks program for their theory. And for Vivas, even if you have not done theory with Sir, for the Vivas, trust me, there is no other place where you're going to get more exposure for the Vivas. And by the way, I didn't cite a hospital for the Vivas as well. I don't know whether I should be talking about it with pride or with shame, but like without that, I felt so comfortable at the Vivas with the patient. When I got that first kid, I remember it, and the second one as well. It felt like class again. It just felt like I was doing this thing with, how I've done it with and in the rest of the class, and it was felt. And the examiners also are. Everyone's nice. You don't have to be scared. If you are scared about this exam, thinking, oh, people are going to put you all down and all. If you're confident, it does not matter what they do. Of course, there are a little bit of theatrics here and there, but Sir will tell you about that as well. Like honestly, and in the first emergency practical itself, I think Sir put me on a very high pedestal after that law in the emergency and the long case. But it helps because in this exam, when everyone's like around you tells you that this exam's hard, it's not doable, people keep failing it over and over again. It really helps having someone telling you, yes, you can do it. This is doable, and I'm very grateful, Sir, for that. Yes, so that's basically what I have to say about the experience.
Great, Miraj. So what you need to understand is, guys, that the Miraj, actually, if you see these old YouTube videos also, sometimes you might see this Miraj, but with a different dress, black color.
I wore t-shirt for this.
You have changed your dress, right? So then the one of the important thing is he actually followed everything, and he had huge faith. So he followed I think you didn't read anything else, right? Probably. So
100% depend on this, sir, because you give so much information.
Yeah. So because I can see when he gives my answers also, it was so perfect, and I can see like whether he has read or not. So it's all about like what I have taught. So here the other important thing is I noticed his confidence, and he was very forward. He was in the front row all the time, and he was actively participating, giving answers, everything, even though like he didn't care about whether he's making mistakes or not. He was very forward. And what I noticed was even the previous batch, the mass mix practical, he was sitting in the front row just next to me, even the previous batch. So one of the important thing is like he was that much confident because they're like a lot of students are scared to sit on those chairs because like ඉස්සරහා පොලි මේ ඉන්නවා මේව පාස් වෙන්න ඕනේ මේමයි. So he was like and well confident, and he was following everything. The other important thing is I got to know him like he's going to get top rank and everything the first probably long way before, right? Because it's kind of art. It's kind of art, and he learned everything in a very nice way. So what you need to understand is then he was very actively participating, and so how many marks there was like during my final there's a long quiz mock quiz there. That is something I always say compulsory. So where like it all the time it reflects your exact exam mark, right? It's reflect your rank even. So actually when he volunteered for the very first case, then of course I was giving a very live patient, and like it was a very difficult patient. Actually there is a grandmother was giving the history, and like අර වටේ ගෙනිහිල්ලා ගේන්න. So I said to Miraj, මම වෙන එකක් දෙන්න, are you okay with this case? So then no because it's a difficult case, so no sir, I'm okay. So I said like you might not be able to get much marks, so maybe not even the diagnosis කියලා. So then but again no sir, it's not a problem, I will perform කියලා he came. So then finally how many marks I gave?
98, sir.
Okay. So actually the reality is up to my even there were so many first top rankers were there, but I never saw such performance in my past, and I haven't seen even my registrar or whoever the registrar is performing in such way, pediatric, right? So he was outstanding, and right, no words. So here he was like following exactly the words and everything like very nicely, and like of course he will be like very soon even better than everyone else, even me and everyone. So very soon, like even if he sit for the MD part 1 tomorrow, definitely he will get through part 1 for sure, right? Even tomorrow. So that much of solid knowledge and confidence is there with him. So here, actually, more than everything, I noticed he had huge faith, and he was like my family. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is so almost most all the these top rankers and those who have got through all were like my family. So anyhow, these are like these are exam. These one of the important thing is there are people are coming to this field and going like one of the important thing what we have noticed is, especially I of course do that, and I think most of the ERP teachers who are currently in this field probably doing. The one of the important thing is uh, you can't go like a make නිකන් business ආසල්ලි ගෙව්වා class එක දුන්නා මේ ගානට මෙච්චරයි number of classes are this much. You can't go like that. So here, so did I charge a single cent when we are doing these long case discussions? No. And these I was awake entire night and discussing like each and every student separately and training, right? හැමෝම කොහොම හරි ගොඩ දානවා කියලා මේවා කරා, right? So then because everyone have their unique weaknesses and errors, so we need to correct those things. So here finally I think that's one of the main reasons. So I'm just asking, so just to tell honest answer, what do you think? Like, of course, there are several subjects are there. What do you think? What is the main game changer, Miraj? What is the main game changing subject?
It's just definitely pediatrics. I won't even. There's no doubt there because I am so grateful. Even starting the exam, sir, I was so glad that I started the theory exam with pediatrics. I started my Viva with pediatrics because that confidence it gives you when you do the first exam, and you're like, hey, this was okay. This was actually very doable. And when the Vivas, when the exams, when the examiners ask you like, oh, what's your school, and you see it on their faces, right? You can when you're talking to them, sir, that confidence definitely helped with the other subjects because all my subjects weren't as smooth. I told sir also when I spoke to him after the Vivas, I said, sir, I was not so confident about medicine Vivas. He was like, it's okay. Other students are not confident too. You are either coming first or second. I am so sure. Even though you're not sure, wait till the rank comes and see what I say. Sir said that exact same word. And then I didn't want text afterwards because like, oh no, I'm trying to get sympathy here. And sir is putting even more pressure to get the score. But yeah, it just as sir said, like when I got that rank when it came, I just remembered exactly what sir said only.
So the great Miraj. So the faith is very important. Have good faith and participate actively. So here the other thing is Miraj is very pleasant and nice and all is you can see when he's talking like නිකන් ඕනෙම කෙනෙක්ට examiner කෙනෙක්ට උනත් ආදරේ හිතෙනවනේ. ඒ වගේ හරිම like very pleasant. And not only this, he has this and you can't see he has this also and everything he has everything, right? So he's a very nice person. ඉන්න මම හිතන්නේ ඕනෙම කෙනෙක් කැමති. So yeah. So here, yes, Miraj, thank you for sharing your experiences. I think it was like it is very valuable. I think students had an idea. So I will talk with Tabitha also. Tabitha, are you there? I think she had a meeting.
Good morning, sir. I am here.
Yeah, are you busy?
No,
Wow,
sir, no.
you are looking really nice today. So yes, Tabitha, can you share some experiences? Hadlasanai, right? Nice.
Okay,
Nice. Okay.
So it feels happy to be back in a live session. Like this has been our life for the past nine months. Sir used to do classes every morning, 7 a.m. to like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. every day. He used to do classes for us specially. So I started my pediatrics journey when I was in the fifth year, first semester. I started with medicine and pediatrics. So pediatrics, obviously, I came to Ruanka sir, and I still remember the first lesson he taught there. In theory, it was rheumatic fever. So
Oh, even
Ruanka sir
Miraj
is some,
also one day called me and told about this. I was
Yes,
only
sir, it's fabulous, sir. That like it's a game changer.
I didn't know that. Okay. Go ahead, Tabitha. Sorry.
so Ruanka sir is someone like if this is a tree, someone would tell you this is a tree, but Ruanka sir is like these roots go this way, it would bear these flowers, the fruits would be like this. So he teaches you in detail. So when you listen to his theory once, you need not study much. Like it's pretty, everything is there. You just need to go through the notes. So Ruanka sir used to tell, after I teach you, make sure you revise. The first time it will take around 1 hour. The next time it will be 30 minutes. Next time 20 minutes. Next time 5 minutes. And then at last it's just you going through the paper, going through the like shuffling through your notes. So it was really like that. And then in theory, what I used to do is whatever sir told, I wrote them down. Like every word, every single thing he told, I just wrote it down. So I have 3 theory books. Uh, and I remember, sir, like we only paid once for his theory, and then all the topic-wise revisions, blah blah blah, everything was free. So when I completed university, I had finished all theory. I had a good theory base, and then I also had done all the topic-wise revisions. Every single paper I had done, and then we graduated and we came back to Sri Lanka, and then sir used to give us timelines. This period do this. This period do this. So he told us do SBA tricks. Finish doing this week. This in this timeline, like 10 days, 1 week. And then the amount we pay for SPA was also very, very small amount in comparison to other classes we used to pay. And then what happened was, that is the last time I remember paying for theory. Each and every class after that was free. So SBA tricks was a life changer. Even if you don't have time to go for theory right now, it's okay, because in SBA tricks, so it's like revising everything again. If you take rheumatic fever, he's revising it again, tough again. So you don't have to like be worried if you have not followed his theory. Just go for the SBA tricks. And for me, sir, personally, I love the live paper sessions. In the morning, sir used to do every Sunday, 7 to 12, he used to do. Previous day, he used to prepare a paper and then upload it online. And then he asked us to do it online. And then sir used to check them personally, assess each student. And the next day when he did classes, he explained us each questions where we went wrong, and also personally advised us. And like this, it went on. And before the real exam, about 1 week before, we had the last class. And there was a particular marks I got for that paper, and that was the exact marks I got for theory. So trust in sir. If when sir does these live classes, don't think that this is just free. So don't think like that. These are the life-changing events. So you should go for these. And then when it comes to Viva, this sir, I don't know, he sacrifices his sleep, his time, his whatever the free time he has. He sacrificed literally everything for us, and then also gives us confidence. And then when I went for my Viva short cases, each showcase you get 10 minutes. I think I examined my first person in 1 minute, and the examiner was like, okay, she discussed and she didn't have anything else to ask. And then I went for the second showcase. When I saw the second showcase, it was the exact same things sir did in the practicals live. So I just went. I'm patient with them. I'm to the examiner. The examiner is like, oh, I'm here, I'm going to fail you. Because of this, I went to the patient again. I stood there for 2-3 minutes and came back. I was the first person to finish all the short cases. I think it took just 5 to 6 minutes from the total 20 minutes for the examination, as well as for the discussion with the teacher. So teacher trains like that, Priyanka sir, and then all his Viva classes also, it's free, so you please attend. And also, sir, they will ask you to come to 1 or 2 live sessions. Make sure you. Thank you.
Great, Tawid. So here, Tawid, Tawid, the last long case mock session, how many marks you had?
I had 90.
90. Yeah, you had the second highest marks, right? Yes.
Yes,
so, so my final long case mock exam. So Mirash had the highest, the Tawid has the second. I take them. So even there are like I didn't assist the short cases at that time. There are multiple subjects are there. මම දන්නේ surgery කොයි class දෙන්නේ කොයි medicine මොන පන්ති දෙන්නේ මේවා කිසි දෙයක් අදාළ නැහැ. Right? ඒ එකක්වත් අදාළ නැහැ. y'all are thinking මේ පන්ති යනවා practical යනවා මේවා යනවා blood බලනවා. Right? එතකොට පාස් වෙනවා. මම ලෙඩ බලපු තරමට පාස්. මම පාඩම් කරපු තරමට පාස්. මම notes වැඩි කර එකතු කරේ no. So then how can I predict? I was so sure. I was keep on telling even Tabitha. You ඔයා එක හෝ දෙක එනවා. I was keep on telling. And Mirash also same. Right? I was telling වාට වැඩිපුර එක එනවා කියන එකත් මම කිව්වා. So it's like that. I was keep on telling. Got it? අනිත් ළමයින්ට කියන්නේ නැහැනේ. So how I haven't seen මම දන්නේ නැහැනේ whether they have gone මොනවද කොයි පන්තිද යන්නේ කියලා. So මේවා surgery, medicine, right? Genomes, nothing. So it's kind of a art, right? So if you have learned that art, so you will get through the exams. So very simple. So when we do these SBS things, like with this online thing, I of course did a proper evaluation. So they both of them had a very high marks during that time also. But there were even like students were there who had even better marks than Mirash and Tab with some papers. But sadly, some students have got failed in some subjects. तर Viva part එකට එන්ටර් වෙන්න බෑ. එතනින් සිහින ඉවරයි. මාස තව 6ක් යනවා. වැඩක් නැහැ මොනවද මේ අපිට. Then of course when it comes with Viva, the eligible like it's the art, right? Maker I knew from the beginning. එකපාරයි දෙකපාරයි කතා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Just talking with me, I can tell and can improve, right? So it's kind of very simple. So here the important thing is, guys, because we've been in this field for so many years, and I have involved in some exams also, and I'm like continuously attached to LRH for so many years, and even like I haven't worked in a periphery, right? I had good marks, and during the intern and the posting, Mangoy Ragama, Chapura, Kaluboila, LRH. Right? ඇතම ගිහිලා දුෂ්කරසේ වගේ ඉඳලා තියෙන ගම්පා. That's all. පොඩි කාලයක්. That's all. So here, because of that, I'm well aware about this, what is exactly happening, and what examiners expect, and what's the pattern and everything, and what are the new updates and everything. Because LRH is a place where like everything, like they update in everything, right? Every week and during the lunch time, මොනවද මේ updates ඔක්කොම එන්නේ එතට. වෙන තැනක කොහිවත් ලංකාවේ නෑ එක. Not in any other place. So because of that, I'm well aware about what I'm also going to. I'm getting all these updates and well aware, and I'm well aware about the interesting areas. So what you need to understand is I can teach you all. So if you follow those things, you can like I believe you can get a good rank, because once you learn that, it's easy. So here the Tabitha is one of my very best and very cool, very right one. Take a family වගේ තමයි ඉතින්, right? So very attached. හැම දෙයකම කතා කරනවා, right? Even after surgery exams also she spoke to me. after surgery fail කියලා තමයි කතා කරේ. fail කිය upset එකේ කතා කරේ. මම එතකොට මොකද්ද කිව්වේ? නැහැ කීයටවත් fail නැහැ කියන එකයි කිව්වේ, right? So I ask everything, මොනවද අහපු දේවල්, කවුද මේවා, කවුද exam එක ඔක්කොම evaluate කරගෙන no. Cannot fail. You'll get the rank 1 or 2. Right? So then surgery fail කියලා හිතපු එකේනා හැබැයි අන්තිමට rank 2. Right? ඒ වෙලේ හොඳටම upset එකේ හිටියේ. You were so up මේවා, right? But she was always with a happy or smiling මේවා, but she was like seriously she thought that definitely she must have got failed in surgery කියලා නේද? Am I correct? Examiners ලා කතා කරපු විදිහට, but it's
Yes,
not.
sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
The examiners ලා බයින්නත් පුළුවන්, හොඳයි කියලා තට්ටුවක් දාලා යවන්නත් පුළුවන්. That doesn't mean like you have passed or failed. It's a separate art. If you have learned that, you will get through. Right? කවුරුත් මම surprise කවුරුත් fail වෙලා නැහැ. මෙතන fail වෙච්ච කවුරුත් ගැන මම surprise නැහැ. Okay? I have talked to each and every student who have got failed in PEDS, right? කිසිම දෙයක් surprise වෙන දෙයක් නැහැ. Nothing. But if you pass වෙලා තියෙන ගැන I was well aware. So here the important thing is, guys, right? So I think they gave a very clear idea. So just have faith and follow things. Read the messages properly, right? So those are very important. Make sure you are in these common groups. So here, right? Within Tabitha and Miraj, thank you for sharing your experiences. There are so many students are there. Since we have a limited time, I didn't invite students to share their experiences this time, right? So good. I think Tabitha and Miraj gave their anything outstanding. So what do you need to? So what do you think, Miraj and Tabitha? ඕනෙම කෙනෙක්ට උඩ රෑන්ක් එකකට එන්න පුළුවන්ද බැරිද?
Definitely
පුළුවන්,
possible.
sir.
Right?
With the right guidance.
Huh? Yeah.
With the right guidance, yes, sir.
So it's සමහර විට නයි bright හරි මෙහෙමයි කියලා. that you might know there are very good examples also there who are within first 15 to 20, right? University ke adu lakunu tibba lamai, but they have got within first 15 20, right? I mean, am I correct? Yes. So here there's something which you need to know. Good. Thank you very much, Mirash and Tabitha. So I'm going to start the usual routine session. So
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. And good luck
Okay.
to all the guys writing the exam. You guys have got this. You're on the right track at least.
Thanks, Mirash. Thanks.